So as always, timestamps exist in case you want to skip forward to a certain point in the video, usually a year, but also the pause, as we kind of remind ourselves where we're at. I did go over things. I mean, for the most part, we're planning to planning to sack oil. We can now sack sea marrow as we work on this dark gate, and that's really the most pressing issue. For those who are joining in the middle, though, we have the roaming swarm map event, so no orders, slower traders, and that means all of our reputation needs to come from resolve or events. So that's what's happening. So as we stick here, there's not really much else to talk about. We literally stick these foxes in this dark gate. We lose someone here, but sure. And that we also have the we have the converted altar of decay, so hostility does decrease when I lose villagers, whether they leave or die, and my chair creaks underneath me, but I think we'll end up sacrificing oil here. And we'll have to stop sacrificing oil. So there goes a woodcutter, but we have another beaver to spare, so I don't really mind that as much. I want to set up 2 stonecutters camps, but I don't think I have the parts. No, I do not. So... And I'd rather keep the wood on me because we are in the woodlands. We might as well make use of them. And yeah, we're just kind of sitting here, letting our reputation rise. Now the threshold will increase. I think it's going to be out of both foxes and lizards ranges when we get a full point, but we'll have to set up services or boots or both, really. Boots really for foxes and lizards, but to push beavers to 30 if I don't just blue resolve. Probably want to do that at some point, but really trying to set up a service if possible, which I don't think we actually have anything. Yeah, it's religion and education, and the only ones who benefit from... Actually, no, we have education. I'm going crazy. Anywho. I see we're not doing something here. Oh, that's a cache hidden behind the thing. And yeah, now we're just sitting here. We'll use up the plant fiber. I think I wanted to save it for something, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. Actually, let me check really quickly. Where did those even come from? I am looking in the wrong place. So, we do want to keep making oil, but I don't even know where this plant fiber came from. Fiber delivery line. Oh, yeah, we're getting 3 per minute. It says right here. But I wanted to use that for fabric instead. That's not what's going to happen, though. We could use reeds instead. I should actually take these villagers, if not anything else. And I think for some reason I'm also grabbing lizards from eggs or stuff, but for the moment I think we'll just we will we'll grab more villagers. That's gonna hurt our resolve really quickly unless we do this. So yeah, and we are kind of missing. We have to let the races eat here, but let's get back to the brickyard and at least make some bricks. If for no other reason, then we can make building materials when needed. In fact, I should actually just enable that, because now we're just going to make bricks left, right, and center. But again, we'll see what else we can do. Until I can think of anything better, let's just use, let's just let's use a hauler job. And what do we have here? So, at this point, if there's anything I haven't covered yet, like dye, I should use that. We're getting resin from the trees, though, I'm pretty sure, so I should actually go for wine here and dye. But let me see. Luxury goods, tools, and there are caches sitting around. My question is, we can't make copper bar. Well, we can in the grill, which we have fixed. Is that more important than the resolve? I think either is good, but since we already have a way to make wine, and I think we're getting reeds per glade opened, but really we could use anything else that we can find. Unfortunately, I used all my mushrooms, and yeah, that's just going to be what I think about. Otherwise, we could just end up making dye instead, but that means I have to sacrifice something. Yeah, it's not exactly the most stable. Let me take a quick look around. More plant fiber here, but then I need to set up hearth. Otherwise, this is going to be really, really bad for us. It's not the worst. And then, theoretically speaking, I can make copper bars instead. So, you know what? Yeah, well, let's go for tools. And we'll just open all the caches we have sitting around. I think that's the plan here. And then if you want, we can make luxury goods, but we don't really have anything to make So that's going to be... Either way, it's going to be reputation. I think I do want to take the carpenter, though. Yeah, we're going to take the carpenter. And try to make the carpenter immediately. If we can move these houses really quickly. I should pause the game, but I'm just doing this. And let's put the carpenter down. Should actually put it where these parks are, all things considered. And let's get started on this beaver building. So... we'll put it here, but I think what I actually want to do is... yeah, make copper bars at the grill. So while we don't need to make any more skewers, we'll start making copper bars. Not the most efficient, but it's all we have. And until we can make those tools, we will prioritize... we'll prioritize tools, but then we'll have this place make planks. Then we can kind of split the work here, but we do have a brickyard for the bricks, and yeah, that's about it. We can slow down on planks, but I don't think I actually want to do that. So instead, yeah, we'll just double up on planks, left, right, and center, and while we're sitting on Fox Resolve, or Lizard Resolve, either one will help. Oh, no, never mind. I lied to myself. No! The cancel cooldown. Anywho. So we do have packs of crops to buy things as well. We can also get mushrooms if I wanted to do a thing. Roots, herbs. That would be for flour. Let me ask the question. Butcher, skewers, jerky, and oil. So we can have this grill focus on copper bars. Then we can do skewers in the butcher. Now... this really just is trying to save time for myself because these skewers are less efficient, but wine production. For every 2 mushrooms, gain an insect and pottery production. Funny enough, maybe pottery production? Yeah. Even though we're sitting on hundreds of pickled goods, if we're gonna make wine, we need more pottery. Choices. So, I mean, if first things first, we'll use up all of our packs of crops. Almost flub saying pack of. I already flubbed it. We get our value's worth. Now, I would just like to buy out these tools as well, and yeah, that goes all my money. If I wanted to feel cool, I would buy this herb garden, but I think we're instead gonna get the pottery wheel. We should probably grab this wine. I don't really need this herb garden, so we're just going to trade these things out. The tools for packs of crops. I can add in some more stuff, though. In fact, I should probably buy things that would get me oil, like meat, even though I would be using those. Actually, we should get skewer ingredients. What am I talking about here? So we'll get a few pieces of meat here and there. Especially since we have amber tax, so every 50 trees we get 1 amber. That doesn't sound like a lot, but we're in the Royal Woodlands. We're going to do some stuff. Now, that does mean we don't have as many copper bars, but it doesn't really matter because we have the thingy. And then we have a lot of cache. Like, if we open some of these caches, we should be good to go. Actually, I don't want to do that. So, while we're sitting here, hopefully 3 is enough here. I guess we're going to find out while we open this large cache. But we also want to move this Stonecutter's Camp towards this stone marrow. Actually, I should do this one first. And yeah, we're finally delivering all this oil. We're actually making too much oil, so back to sacrificing a whole bunch. But once this Glade event gets going, we're gonna sacrifice sea marrow like no one believes. And we should be able to make it before the storm season hits, but hey. No, my blue resolve! Well, that's because we also ran out of skewers, but we're doing things. We're trying to do things. We also don't have shelter, so we're just gonna make more beaver shelter somewhere. 1, 2. And we'll favor the lizards first. The beavers are easier to get. I don't know where my logic is going, but we're just going to believe for the moment. And yeah, we're just going to speed this up. We should have the sea marrow for it, especially if we have a Stonecutter's Camp sitting where we're having it sit. And let's find out. Did we actually just... oh no, well this is going to zoom like the wind, but... yeah, we'll keep moving on. And that should help us, like, this should be zooming progress like no one believes. And yeah, we want to avoid charge rain because we don't have any services set up. Can't favor while the hearth is corrupted, but that's actually to my benefit. And if we can get something cool here, that would be nice, but I don't know if we can. Porridge for the no one. Foxes, really. But then we need rainwater, with which you have like a bunch of drizzle. So you know what, actually... Thinking. Barrels as well, but I don't think we need that. No, we don't particularly need it. Yeah, I think we just go porridge. And crystallized dew. Can I make fox houses? No, I can't. Could choose to reroll. I don't think I'll do that. Could also make trade goods that will push us to maximum power in terms of value. But I think I'll go porridge instead. Thinking. Yeah, we'll go porridge because we're already doing Sacrament of the Flame. If we do Sacrament of the Flame into this food production here, I think we should be okay. That's what I think, anyway. But let's put this thingamajiggy down, this beanery. And that does mean we will need a thing. Hold on, let me just think here for a moment. We also have this tea doctor sitting here, I realize, and I haven't used it yet, so... Tea for the foxes. And then we... Complex food... Oh, yeah, we actually do want to man this. Whoops. I'm just sitting on something that can help me out immensely, and I'm not using it, but it's fine for the moment. When this Dark Gate completes, we can have... Well, actually, we can just already have this fox work on this tea garden. On rebuilding it. We can't move it, so I would actually like to move this hearth, as odd as that sounds. But if we don't, I mean, it's not a big deal. And yeah, these scrolls would help, but we don't really need them at the moment. These foxes might not even complete that before the thing. And let's stop sacrificing sea marrow soon. We'll let it go down again. We have a camp, and then we do this. But we definitely want to keep sacrificing oil. And we'll keep these, we'll keep the lizards at blue resolve for the moment. Because we're working on the foxes anyway, I think it's better to push lizards. Am I saying that right? Anywho. We don't want to do that, though. Let's just make porridge, if possible. But we'll prioritize the herbs first. Do we have it? Yeah, the granary is making extra pickled goods. We don't need to continue using drizzle water here. But I guess I will. Yeah, I guess I will. We can't put... If I could set the beanery up with the rain engine, I would stop in the granary. But that's not what's happening. And now we have no more space. Will we? No, we did not get to sow these fields. I guess I did need all the farm help I could get. Well, hey. We're also on fell all trees. That could have been bad. Where is our second woodcutter's camp, by the way? I see the aura, but okay, yeah. So, what do I actually want to do here? Because I am just sitting here, not really doing much. We're making tools, but we have bigger fish to fry. Or skewers to make for the moment. And funny enough, yeah, now I do need more space. Also need houses still. Yeah. We can make more lizard houses, sure. Oh, we don't have anyone making the houses. That's why I'm running out of space. Well, hey. I guess we can get stop this woodcutter's camp. Oh, that does hurt my wood production, but I think we should be fine, especially with the oil sacrificing going on. Now, I would like to do more, but I don't think that's going to happen. Unless I start sacrificing wood, which I could do. Yeah, let's do that. Just to push our... no, it's not worth it. We definitely still want to continue sacrificing oil, though. That I know for sure. And let's stop using plant fiber for the moment, because we do want to make fabric, if possible, but all we have are planks. Which we might as well continue making if you want to make beaver houses, so... Shrug. We have some extra people. This tea doctor, really, though. Yeah, tea doctor. We'll put these foxes in the tea doctor. And that resolve will boost up. Because we're going to continue to... Yeah, as long as we have pickled goods, we're going to this T-Doctor is going to grant us a lot of resolve. What else can I do with my life? Not really much else. We can grab these scrolls. Yeah, we can grab these scrolls. I don't think having foxes here will help me as much because it's not like they walk faster. If I'm wrong about that, let me know because I'm still learning against the storm as we speak. But yeah, I got rid of the one beaver that was working on stuff. That being said, it's this one, right? 12. Well, actually, there's actually a lot here, yeah. There's actually 15, so if anything, these plowed fields here would be the problem, if that makes any sense to say. And yeah, we just kind of sit here for the moment. No, we're not making any more tools, so I think what I want to do is do a swap somewhere if possible. So this brickyard, we'll put this lizard in the beanery, and we will make more porridge. Now, we are going to run out of wheat at some point, but while we're sitting here making a lot of oil as well, I think that's fine. But we are going to year 8, so hopefully we get things done soon. I don't think we're any faster if we do this, so that beaver's taking a break. Let's do some micromanagement. That's something I've looked into, so when you see someone taking a break, you could swap them with someone who's not taking a break, essentially, and that should help, apparently, but hey. But in the meanwhile, let's just continue to make houses with these free builders. They should be able to make these houses in time. We're definitely making bricks left and right, so can continue making these, but I guess I'll make houses in the first hearth area as well. But yeah, as we continue to sacrifice oil, I think we're stuck at 2. No, wrong settlement. I'm thinking of another settlement, but you get what I mean. We're busy doing stuff. Did I enable all consumption? I did, right? Yeah, I did. So when we grab these scrolls, I almost thought I could shift these around, but hey. Could also knock this brickyard down, because I can't move it anywhere, but yeah, we'll just have to stick here. There's a bunch of plant fiber here. I could actually open up, or I should actually open up another dangerous glade here. Yeah, I'm going to open up this dangerous glade. Would like to open up a forbidden glade instead, but that's not what's going to happen, is it? If for no other reason than as we work on events, we can sacrifice more stone marrow and therefore decrease our hostility even more. But yeah, we'll sit here for the moment. More newcomers. Funny enough, we can take these newcomers. We'd want to. 6 or 5. We'll take the 6, as odd as that sounds. And yeah, we'll have to be happy with what we get. Although, yeah, we're still not making enough tools. It's because in this grill, we're not really making a thing. So I could make this butcher. I actually should just make that butcher. Flame amulets, biscuits, villagers for glades, but we'll do flame amulets. That sounds better. You know what? Yeah, let's just make this butcher. We'll make skewers in the butcher, and we'll until we complete the pain. That does mean we can get rid of these foxes here. That hurts resolve a little bit, but it's fine. And yeah, we're not doing anything there either. Clan Hall, wine, finally, if I want to. Otherwise, tavern for extra more resolve. I think, funny enough, I would rather the Clan Hall for the passive effects. Don't let it be said that the passive effects don't do things for you more than using service goods, although the service goods are also important, but no, that thing is in the way. I think we do this, though. Yeah, we can do that. And if possible, we put lizards in here for resolve. There's extra lizards in this main warehouse, but hey. And yeah, we're going to open this glade up and see. Now, I don't assume there could be anything in this dangerous glade that can absolutely destroy me. So hopefully we just cruise on to yeah, we just cruise on until the end. And I was about to make the butcher. We don't have any more skewer ingredients anyway. I could call a trader. Should probably call a trader. I'm gonna call a trader. Yeah. Because otherwise we're just gaining reputation and not losing any more impatience, if that makes any sense to say. In fact, we are sacrificing oil. For a moment I thought I wasn't. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any food with the thing, but hey. We actually can make our own grill, but at this point, better fabric with boots, which I think we want. But no leather. But training gear too, so you know what, we'll grab the weaver here. That means we can disable fabric in this workshop, but let's see what Farlov has for us. Extra stuff. And things for tools, really, which I should be using my stuff for. Can make extra bars, but meh. 2 bricks for pottery. Otherwise, you know what? I'm probably just gonna get that wildfire essence. What were these building materials doing here, by the way? Anywho, we'll buy these for vanity, but really, we'll just buy everything else. I would like copper bars, though. Do I? I think I'd rather do copper ore. That is more value friendly. I'm just trying to save myself some time, but I mean, I guess it's fine. So we'll just use everything. Now, if we need these ancient tablets, I'm gonna be a bit sad, but we'll use our amber. Watch us actually need. You know what? No, we're gonna retract our earlier statement. We're gonna sit here for a moment and then open this glade. Let's actually focus on opening the glade instead of just going crazy. In fact, I have myself to avoid glade, so that's why they're not opening this glade up. And let's see. We should be able to open this glade before the before Farlov leaves, right? Please tell me. Oh my goodness. The tree's a bit far. There's a leaky cauldron. Is this the thing? So, I'm going crazy. We can deal with that. We can also grab more villagers. I think that's a 2-star flax field, which would be pretty nice, but we don't have the thing for it. So, we can't make use of this farm. In fact, we're trying to close out this settlement now, so... Yeah, with that said, what do I actually want here? Funny enough, I think no, we don't even have enough for the villagers, so I guess we're just going to grab the amber, question mark? The villagers would help with more resolve, but I don't think that's going to happen, so instead... Yeah, we use everything we can, because there are events that need ancient tablets as well, I believe. Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. Anywho. Should really just sell everything, but let's just pretend for a moment that we do need everything. And we'll do what we can. Actually should have done pipe stuff, but it's fine, I think. Yeah, and now let's continue to make tools. We are continuing to make tools, but not really much else. Do we have another? I think we had another, yeah, a large cache in the Forbidden Glade. But until we... I mean, I'll just do it. We might as well queue it up. And yeah, we're just waiting for more resolve. Although making more beaver houses would probably help out with that. Yeah, it would. So 1, 2... Large encampment. Yeah, let's actually not do that for the moment. And when they start working on that, we will I mean, I should just sacrifice it now. Sacrifice the stone marrow. There's no reason for me to just sit here and do nothing. Guild house. This is retroactive, right? Yeah, it is. So let's actually grab that, because that would help out with resolve if nothing else. I'll just toss it in this first area. If we can toss these beaver houses elsewhere. Yeah, now we can use wine, but it's a bit late now. Doesn't need anyone specific, so we'll throw foxes in there. And we just sit here. We're getting pretty close. We do need to continue to make these tools, however. Or have a hostility drop. That too. But as we sit here... do we need any more wood? Technically no, right? Even though we could continue making beaver houses, but... Let's push foxes, because we are using skewers up, and we need to make use of the resolve we have before we run out of skewers. But at the same time, if hostility drops due to Sacrament of the Flame, we should be good too. On top of this guild house being built. My nose! So for the score's sake, I could just leave this impatience low, but I'm just going to call the next trader so we can deal with impatience. No, my skewers! And yeah, away we go. A free blueprint, but doesn't really matter at this point. So instead, let's just use everything we can to grab whatever we need. Probably boots in this case. And then anything else we can grab. Technically wine as well, but we'll just grab anything we can. I thought I could make boots somewhere. Am I going crazy? Yeah, the Weaver. I did not make the Weaver for whatever reason. We'll make the boots first, then we'll make training gear second. If possible, we'll use stones instead. And then we'll prioritize planks. So we do need wood, but we'll be done with this settlement in a hot moment. So hey, all is good. But yeah, without further ado, could have done this better. Definitely could have done it better, but we got it done in year 8, which is around the average time. So, Prestige 6. We'll do another Prestige 6, I think, on the seal, but not really much to go over here. If there's anything you want me to go over specifically, let me know, so that the next time I finish the settlement, we can just kind of sit here and look. But without further ado, we'll do some Smoldering City stuff, but we'll also take a quick look after at our embark after the Smoldering City upgrades. And yeah, so we get more stuff going into this seal settlement. I could opt to do something else instead, but I think we'll just hit the seal now. No reason to wait. And yeah, I could just do it on veteran, but we're having fun here doing prestige stuff, so hey. Off we go. So we'll grab an upgrade. Just go right up the center and grab the Forger's Camp Embark bonus, which I'm probably not going to use, but have Aunt Lori tell us a story, and off I go. So, just going to take a quick look at this embark as the video ends here. So, what do we have? Humans, foxes, humans, and just harpies. But, yeah, we're going to be at Prestige 6. Just a sneak preview, higher food consumption, but that normally isn't as much of an issue. So, yeah, the seal is going to be done at Prestige 6. But, we have 8 embark points. And we are, yeah, the Sealed Forest. Looking at our resources, probably just going to do like the similar thing. I've looked into some embark possibilities, but not really much I can think about. Also, I have to remind myself, on my main save, I'm like, why don't I have planks, bricks, and fabric as possible embark bonuses? Is because we're not that far yet. So yeah, without further ado, I think that'll be the end of this video. And you guys, as always, if you have anything to say, if you want to give me any advice, I'm always willing to listen here and whatnot, but if I don't respond, don't take it personally, because sometimes I'm thinking, or sometimes there isn't really not much for me to say. So I figure I don't say anything if there's no point if I can't add anything to a topic. But yeah, without further ado, not going to take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching. If you want to support me, you know what to do, and I'll see you later. Bye!